Hello everyone, today I will be testing the infamous Stadia. For those who do not know what Stadia is, essentially, it is a streaming platform like Netflix, but allows you to play games with a powerful enough internet connection. It did receive a lot of criticism at launch, but now as time has gone on and the internet infrastructure has increased significantly, it has become more of a reliable option among many gamers out there. Now, there are still plenty of issues with Stadia, but before we start the video, I would like to give a quick thank you to my man, Terrell Thinks. The reason why I'm so thankful is, as you can see here, he gave me my first recommendation on the channel. The reason why I'm very thankful for this is because I know where to go afterwards. You can see down on the comments it says, but for real. This helps me a lot because after the Stadia vid is done, I know where to go afterwards. Without you, I'd probably just randomly be uploading content right now. So that's a big thank you. Check out his channel, guys. He does have some very interesting content here. I would appreciate it if you do him a favor because he has helped me. Now on to the video. I hope this doesn't kill my eyes. Let's do it. This is over mobile data on my phone first. Now, the reason why I'm doing this is because this is probably the most accessible option for anyone out there. You can see I've already purchased a few games to test. They kind of don't load on mobile data. But I'm going to start with, let's just do a shooter. See how this goes. The reason why I'm doing a shooter is because with heavy latency like Stadia is known for, it can be a mess to play. And yeah, I'm going to be using the gamepad too instead of a controller for that reason. Oh my god, the audio. It might be better over. Safe area entered. Wow. It's oh. There you go, the audio is fixed now. So far, it looks good on my screen. Probably gonna look worse over YouTube, but I don't know, the stuttering issues and the pixelation can ruin some of the experience. Like, I'm fine with the pixelation, but it's the stutters that really get me. Touchpad isn't bad though, honestly. It's better than most. I can actually kind of play this game, but with the gamepad, it's hard to play the shooter game. I'm going to be testing the Stadia controller later on in this video. That wasn't satisfying enough. I'm going to continue on to find more enemies. Oh. Okay, as I just suck at the game, or, you know. I'm glad my friend was able to lend me his data and account. Nope. I mean, hey, it's better if you're. It's better if integrated Intel HD graphics if you know looking for a more playable experience than that. It can run it. At least you could play something. If you don't have internet and you only have mobile data, well, you know, it's another plus of Stadia. But for the money, $60 or whatever this game has for its price, nah, I would not buy this game with a phone and mobile data. It's just not worth it. I don't think you'll enjoy it. It may seem fine on the surface when you're watching, but Trust me, it really gets you when you get to the... Oh, it really gets you when you have to deal with the stuttering while shooting. Okay, I'm just gonna get out of this game. Kind of suck. Moving on to the Crew 2. I assume this one isn't going to be as bad as Division due to me not having to shoot things, but turning corners and doing really tight turns might be an issue of latency. We're going to test this. This is another Ubisoft title for Stadia. Ubisoft is a big supporter of Stadia, if you did not know. This, I've played a bit of this. I got this on sale recently for the Black Friday deals, and that's how else I got my Premiere Edition. And, well, this game, I've played a little bit of it. I have actually never played the Crew 2 up until just a day or two ago. I think it was 2 days ago. Sorry, guys. Same issue with Division 2, stuttering with the noise, but I assume it's going to be fixed as more and more I play, get active in the game. I don't know why it does that. It's, okay, this just looks like it's going to perform worse than... Yeah, this is performing worse than Division. I think Division 2 was, better optimized for Stadia. But this... Nah. I'm using Verizon, and Verizon in my current state in the US has like the most coverage. Like this is like, believe it or not, this is like 30 megabyte per second mobile data speed. Yeah. Like I said again, if you're playing on like Intel HD graphics and you have nothing else and you somehow got this game for a really cheap price, I mean, hey. If you're willing to pay for it and do it, then, you know, probably better experience than what you usually get. Okay, let's try turning this corner. I did it! That wasn't even that intensive. What? I would expect a lot worse from mobile data connection, honestly. I expect it to be completely unplayable. But if, you know, you're fine with this, then by all means, go for it. I'm going to move on to a different game. Yeah, I'm on the lowest resolution, guys, and this is still not looking great. So far, a mobile data with just gamepad, I'm not recommending it so far. I'm somewhat disappointed. I feel like it's too much of a demand to ask Google to be able to make it playable over mobile data. It needs a lot of internet to be able to run, and mobile data usually doesn't cut it for most people. And I currently have good mobile data connection, so not everybody has this same speed. Prop hunt. Ooh, is that like let's try it. I'm assuming this is like hide.io kind of type of style. Oh wow. It actually doesn't look too bad, nor does it really run clunky. This is probably the most optimized title in Stadia, considering it used to be one of their exclusive titles until they put out Epic Games. If Stadia was able to make this technology run on mobile data, we could all have accessible AAA portable gaming right in our pockets. And to me, that would be really cool to have. But for now, I don't think that is yet to come. All I can say, though, is that 5G connection, if I can accomplish this on 4G, I can only imagine that 5G is a lot better. If 5G can hit 500 megabytes per second, I can really assume that it will run really good. Oh, oops. I may have a couple of spots here and there where I accidentally have my accent come through. Sorry about that. It's hard to control sometimes. I don't know. What do you guys think? Sometimes I cover it, so, you know, Y'all can't hear it too bad, but when I cover it, sometimes it makes my speech seem clunky, but when I really just let the accent through, it all seems smooth. It also sounds kind of weird. Anyway, aside from that, I'm going to cover it up again until I get an answer about that. There is literally no one in here. I'm just gonna find a different... Ugh. I think you get the gist of it. This will run pretty okay. Next, we are going to be testing Final Fantasy 15. So, the audio issue that I saw, Division 2, the Crew 2, are not present here, and, well, it actually seems smooth. If you haven't ever played Final Fantasy 15, you should definitely try it. It's actually how it got me into the Final Fantasy series, and actually made me play Final Fantasy 6 and 7, which those two are also great games. Wow. Oh. So, this is actually... Well, it was smooth for a second until I started moving around. Yeah. Okay, so we're heading up on enemies now. And it's... Sometimes I forget about the blur, but it's there. Bit hard to do on the gamepad because you need to be able to turn quick and do all that stuff. And right now I currently don't have a good ability to do that.
Hey, Ignis! On your mark!
Still quite playable. It might be better controlling when I test that soon. I'm gonna pause it real quick. I'm gonna link the controller up to this before I choose the Stadia controller, which is obviously going to work better. I'm going to try the Xbox One S controller. Keep in mind, Xbox One controllers do not work with some older, the original Xbox One controllers that launched do not work with Stadia. I tried one before, but for some reason the control mapping was all messed up, and it didn't work with NVIDIA GeForce either. So try to get a Bluetooth controller and no wired Xbox controllers. That would work best. Alright guys, now I have a controller hooked up to it. I've noticed that actually, that there's a lot of latency, so like when I press B, it doesn't actually vary until just moments after. So there's a bit of unresponsiveness, but like, you can definitely know what's going on. You can play it.
Want some? Seems Prompto's been intoxicated. Just great. That was a close one. Too close for comfort.
So
I'm comfortable just being alive.
if you somehow have any controller ranging from an Xbox One, PS4, a Stadia, or even a new gen controllers, whatever they use, you'll most likely be able to have somewhat of a playable experience here at Stadia on mobile data, as long as it's good mobile data. I'm playing on a 4G connection with Verizon. As you can see here, my mobile data speed is probably a lot higher than some others' 4G connections. So you want to keep that in mind before trying Stadia on any type of mobile data. I would not recommend anything below 4G, and I would recommend to use the 4G connection in your state or country, whichever one has the most coverage. Next, I will be testing Stadia with a usual 100 megabyte per second connection. In America, most providers offer the minimum plan of 100 megabyte per second connection, but that may vary depending on what country you are in. What's up, guys? I'm sorry for the quality. I have to record it using my phone because I can't record it on the Chromecast. So currently I have a Chromecast linked up to the back of my TV here. I can't actually put it in the camera because you just can't see anything. My camera won't go through like that. So this is currently what you see. It's a bit boxed around the edges because I haven't increased the safe zone there. But so far the quality looks pretty good, and I will be testing this right now. So you can already see how much smoother it is on a higher megabyte per second connection. Right now it is pretty silky smooth. I see no drops or any pixelation blurs yet. It is going to look pretty bad over my phone, but it looks pretty alright on my screen at the moment. I've noticed with a 100 megabyte per second connection that it will stutter every now and then, but it's definitely a lot more playable than what you got with mobile data, and it isn't as consistent. Yeah, it's kind of hard. I'm using my chin to fire right now. Ah! Well, as you can see, it is a lot smoother, but my skill levels seem to decrease as my visual improvements and my frame rate. I'm gonna move on to a different game. So, yeah, I guess sometimes Stadia just doesn't like to run. It was just running fine a second ago, but now it's stuttering. Let's stop for a second. It looks fine now. What the? What is going on with this thing? Oh no. It was running fine with Divison just a second ago. Seriously? So apparently my connection isn't stable enough, but I know what speed I'm running at. This is over 100 megabytes per second, so I guess sometimes it won't be playable. You can probably hear the click. As soon as I click, that means I'm clicking the RT. Latency isn't too big. I'm gonna skip Crayta this time around and just move on to Final Fantasy 15. So testing it here with Stadia and the Stadia controller on my Chromecast seems to be working a lot better over a normal internet connection. But it's very responsive, almost no latency, and very smooth refresh rates. This looks like close to 60 FPS to me, honestly. It's very smooth, but there are some clunky moments where you'll see it will drop. It's a very enjoyable experience, though, if you don't mind some hiccups here and there. Some people on order PC hardware who play this game may not be able to experience higher frame rates like this. But if you have good internet connection, then this game will definitely feel nice, and so would most of the games on the Stadia. All that gameplay you just saw was all done on 180p. I did not have any way of doing 4K or HDR because I do not own Stadia Pro. Now, for the main question of this video is Stadia worth it? My conclusion on it is yes and no. It really depends on who you are. But if you're looking for any form of portable gaming, maybe over mobile data and stuff, no, don't do it unless you have a 5G connection and it is over 50 megabytes per second. that will give you a decent enough experience to play some games on Stadia. I will exclude competitive games from mobile data connection due to the latency. Now, if you have a pretty decent connection of 100 megabytes per second or more, I would go for it, honestly. Like, it will run smooth. It won't have as much issues as mobile data could potentially experience, but it also does it costs nothing to play on Stadia. I would give it a shot because there's no reason not to at this point, unless you don't have internet. You do have internet if you're watching this video, though, that's for sure. And I would really recommend you go and like try Destiny or 9 to 5. That's the new free-to-play title on Stadia. This is a demo for Resident Evil Village 8. And I think Super Animal Royale, if you ever played that one, it's a great battle royale title. I like it. It's like it looks cute, but let's just say you kill animals in it. If you decide that you do want to play with me, I will leave my username down in the comments below. It will be Stadia name 157. You can message me on Stadia, and we can have some fun together sometime, as long as you own one of the games I do. We could just play a free-to-play game title, and you can tell me what you think throughout all of it. I could stream it, or if you prefer not to, we couldn't, or I could just record it and get some of your guys' opinions on it. Now, with that out of the way, leave a comment down below on what your favorite part of Stadia is, and I'll see you in the next video.